As marketers, as entrepreneurs, as business people, we know and understand the importance of the zero moment of truth. That on average, 70% of the buying decision is made online before someone contacts a business for the first time. In other words, your prospective customers are doing most of their decision making using content that they find online before they contact your business for the first time. And we do that for a number of reasons. Like, we are consumers, you and I, so we get it. We understand why we do this, right? We hate being sold to. We don't want to be ripped off. And most of all, we want to make a informed and educated buying decision, right? It doesn't matter what the product is, big, small, expensive, cheap. It could be B2B, B2C, doesn't matter. This trend, this philosophy, this thing that we need to understand is happening across all industries to certain degrees, right? Now, the average of 70%, it might be higher, it might be lower in your industry, but the principle remains the same, that people are doing this research online before they contact a business for the first time. Now that we understand that and that we agree with it, it's part of what we do now. We have to, as marketers and business people, start to understand what's more important, right? In this process, the sales journey that someone takes, this customer journey that a customer is going through, what's more important at that part of the journey, that zero moment of truth? Is it more important that we're really pushing forward with sales? Or is it really more important that we're putting a lot of effort and time and energy and even our money and our people into marketing in that part of the journey? And of course, the answer is marketing. But if we take a step back from this, it's all about sales, right? If we can create content that helps someone in that part of the journey, that helps them to make an educated buying decision, then it's always about the sales. We call it content marketing, but it's really about driving or helping someone to move through that buying process to make a sale, right? So they can become a customer. But what we know is that people are using content online to make that buying decision. So as marketers, as business people, and even as salespeople, we need to embrace this and create content that serves our audience in the best way, that we create content that helps them make an educated buying decision. And the question I have for you today goes a little bit deeper into that. We need to understand that concept, the zero moment of truth. But the question I want to ask you is much more specific, and it's around what we would normally call a sales objection. Now, if you're a salesperson and you're in a conversation with a prospect, they might say things like, yeah, but, or that won't work for my business. What about this? I've had that before and it didn't work. We've bought that product before and we felt like we didn't get the value from it. They would have something like what we would call a sales objection. And as salespeople, we're usually pretty prepared for all these different questions that we get asked. But understanding the zero moment of truth, and that 70% of the buying decisions made online before first contact, we have to be prepared as salespeople and marketers, because we are one and the same thing now. Be prepared to address these problems and these questions online, using video content, using our blogs, using our podcasts, using our websites to address these sales objections. So my question for you is, why are people not buying from you? Across the buying journey, across that whole cycle, that whole sales process, at each stage, why are people not buying from you? Why are people not taking that next step? Now, I want you to really think about this. Get a notepad out and start writing down all the reasons why someone might not buy from you. And once you've done that, I want you to go back through that list and tick off the ones that you have fully addressed, transparently and honestly, on your website. My bet is that there's some work to do here for all of us. I ask myself this question a lot, frequently, once a week. Why are people not buying from us? What's stopping people from moving through this sales process? What kind of content could I create that could help someone to overcome this objection that they have, this reason that they don't want to buy from us? And then create a piece of content, a video or podcast or a blog that's going to help someone to deal with that problem and to help them ultimately to make the best buying decision for them. So why are people not buying from you? Get it down. Where do you need to do the work? What needs to happen to improve your content to help your prospective customers? Let's get to work. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your ideas, what's on your mind. jump into the comments section and I will see you in there. Don't forget to be awesome.